NBC2 News at 3.
You are taking a live look at our NBC2 live Doppler radar as rain continues to come down this afternoon. Thanks for counting on NBC2. I'm Christy Soto.
And I'm Alex Howard. We want to get you right first out to our first alert meteorologist, Lauren Hope, with a look at this weather that we've been seeing this afternoon. Looking a little gloomy over Punta Gorda, Lauren.
Yeah, we're still dealing with a lot of cloud cover, but it is good news in Charlotte County, where you've been dealing with rain for hours, leading to some minor street ponding and flooding. But it's good news that we're starting to see the rain letting up, looking live up in Punta Gorda, but we are still unsettled in so many parts of Southwest Florida. There's certainly a lot of areas where we're still dry, like Lee County, but for Charlotte County and DeSoto, so nice to see the rain starting to let up a little bit. And then back inland, when we were seeing strong storms over Lake Okeechobee and near Clewiston, you're still unsettled with light to moderate rain, but it's no longer those intense thunderstorms. Temperatures are toasty in the mid-80s across Southwest Florida. 85 degrees for Cape Coral, 86 degrees for LaBelle, 84 degrees for Naples. Taking you through the rest of the afternoon and into tonight, temperatures will slowly cool down to the upper 70s overnight. That is it. So another very warm, muggy night ahead. But we are still looking at some storms into the evening commute. I'll time that out coming up.
Only NBC2 is there as police take a man into custody after a SWAT situation ended in a Fort Myers neighborhood. This happened on Lemongrass Drive near Veronica Shoemaker Boulevard and Winkler.
NBC2's Sarah Metz is live and local there. And Sarah, you watched as police took this man away.
We did, and so did neighbors. We actually saw him acting a bit erratic, but the SWAT team members did have him in handcuffs before they put him in the back of an ambulance. And neighbors say with no injuries to report, this truly was the best outcome. Inside this home in the Castellano community, only NBC2 captured the moment a man was taken out in cuffs. You can see him with the SWAT team, and this was about 4 hours after negotiations started. Were you expecting to wake up to this?
No.
Neighbors tell me they walked outside and saw crime scene tape, tons of police, guns drawn, and even SWAT using protective shields. The Fort Myers Police Department said this started as a domestic violence situation, but they have not given more information just yet.
The domestic violence need to be stopped.
Everybody's just kind of hanging on to see what happened, and hopefully it's like a good outcoming and no one gets hurt.
Luckily, again, nobody was reported to be hurt in this situation, but we did see the man in handcuffs get taken away on a stretcher in an ambulance. We're not sure if he had any injuries. I do have questions out to the Fort Myers Police Department for more information exactly about what happened here today. Be sure to stay with NBC2 both online and on air as we learn more. We're local today off Winkler Avenue. Sarah Metz, NBC2.
For breaking news from Collier County, where deputies arrested a suspect in a shooting. They spent hours searching around 60th Avenue Northeast and Everglades Boulevard. The suspect left an SUV behind at the scene. NBC2's Alexa Velez is at the location where the suspect was spotted with the latest.
This is where multiple agencies were searching for a suspect after a shooting in Ave Maria this morning. After a chase, that suspect dumped their SUV here and ran into the woods. The shooting happened just before 9 a.m. Collier County Sheriff's Office confirms one person was injured. After pursuit, the suspect abandoned their white SUV here on the corner of 60th Avenue Northeast and Everglades Boulevard and then fled. Multiple agencies, including CCSO, FWC, and FHP, were searching for the suspect throughout the morning. We saw deputies, detectives, K-9 units, a helicopter, and a drone sweeping the area. CCSO deputies on scene told us the suspect is now in custody and there is no longer a threat to the public. Estates Elementary School was placed under a secure the campus protocol, meaning students remained indoors while classes continued normally. Outdoor activities were restricted due to the police presence, but that has now been lifted. I also spoke with a father who came to pick up his second grade daughter after seeing all the police activity. He didn't want to take any chances. What, did you get anxious when you got that call from your sister?
Yeah, I was shaking, almost crying, but I don't know how to explain, but it's very difficult. It's very hard.
Again, that suspect is in custody, and we'll update you on who that suspect was as soon as we find out. For now, reporting local in Golden Gate Estates, I'm Alexa Velez, NBC2.
A man is in jail after a Dollar General store was broken into overnight. It happened around midnight at the store along Palm Beach Boulevard near Fort Myers Shores. Our crews saw the front entrance boarded up and broken glass was scattered everywhere. We spoke to some people hoping to shop there today.
Yeah, it's kind of making me double think going in there sometimes, especially not knowing what happened or where the suspect is.
James Paradiso is now facing charges for burglary.
From your Cape Coral news team, police arrested a woman they say sped away from a traffic stop with 4 children in the back seat, all without seatbelts on. NBC2's Rachel Whalen is live for us on local along De Navarra Parkway in Cape Coral, where this chase started. Rachel, what do we know?
Well, if you take a look here, you can see there's still car parts on the road from the crash. We're on the corner of De Navarra Parkway and Garden Boulevard right now. This all started when officers say they saw a mother drop off her kids in the middle of the street here Tuesday morning. As you can tell, this is a busy street during school pickup and drop off. Police say they then pulled over Rotisha Denson and noticed that 4 kids in the back seat were not wearing their seat belts. But it's what she told officers next, they say, that was truly shocking.
And at that point, she said she didn't have time for this. She stepped on the gas, she took off, and throughout her travels, it was kind of a rainy morning, and due to the rate of speed that she was going, she actually ended up crashing into another vehicle. So then we had to do a crash investigation in addition to what was then fleeing and eluding.
Thankfully, no one was majorly hurt. Like CCPD said, Denson is now facing charges for freeing and eluding and possibly child neglect. If you have questions about booster seats or car seats or can't afford one, you can always contact Golisano Children's Hospital. They have free resources available for you. I'm reporting in Northeast Cape Coral. Rachel Whalen, NBC2.
Estero High School is addressing a situation after receiving a tip about a potential threat late last night. In response, there is more law enforcement present on campus today. The sheriff's office is handling the investigation, but hasn't said what the possible threat was about.
An investigation is underway in North Fort Myers after a building caught fire this morning. This happened just after 7 along Zoysia Lane and Hart Drive. That's just north of Bayshore Road. We do know that there were no people or pets inside during the fire. Unfortunately, there were no injuries.
Fort Myers police need your help identifying a woman who stole nearly $800 worth of clothing from a Bell's. It happened earlier this month on 6 Mile Cypress Parkway. These are some photos. She has tattoos, as you can see, on the back of her neck and on her right arm. We do know that the suspect drove away in a silver Ford Expedition. If you recognize this woman on your screen or have any information about this crime, get in contact with FMPD or Crime Stoppers.
Shake it off, shake it off.
Taylor Swift is talking about canceling her Vienna concerts. Ahead at 3, how Swift says she felt after learning about the planned terror attack.
Plus, companies are flaunting benefits more than ever, but are they delivering?
And I'm tracking pop-up showers and storms mainly inland. I'll show you where storms will target heading into tonight.